Sing something else.
Very superstitious.
Whoa. Stop. I have to get you in with my people.
Dude, I'm just me. I'm just doing my chores.
I have to get you in the studio.
I'm writings on the wall.
Oh!
That's good. Is this gonna stay up here safely?
Very superstitious.
Very superstitious.
Writings on the wall.
Writings on the wall.
Writings on the wall.
This is better without this. Oh my god, it looks better without it. So, let's get fucking rid of that shit. Hey! That's not so bad.
That's bright.
Oh fuck, this sucks. This fucking table is horrible, man.
Yeah.
Oh, I fucking hate it. Alright. You can if you want, man.
Retarded.
No, you're not retarded.
Oh, retarded.
I know that.
Yeah.
Okay, let's see. If I can even literally get out of here.
This thing feels like it's going to break.
I know.
Oh
Any
my
second.
god.
Any second.
It's the counterbalance is like what's keeping it alive, that tension.
Cool.
Looking good?
Yeah, you look great, man.
Sweet.
Get
How
this
much booze do we have?
Not too much.
Good.
Wow. You're such a good looking guy. Hello. And welcome back to this podcast. I'm your host, Frank Sinclair, and practically the sole creator. I don't mean to brag or anything, you know. Today kicks off a very special series of episodes I'm going to be releasing. Recorded with my two best friends in the whole wide world, Johnathon and Taylor. You don't know them, but if you watch these podcasts, you'll get to, and it's a real treat. Anyway, hope you enjoy the show. We all keep talking
Let's keep talking. Talking about people.
That's very good.
People talking about people.
American girls.
Love American guys.
We'll always stand up and salute.
Is that a metronome?
Yeah, it's a goddamn click.
We'll always
Rick,
recognize when we see old Lord.
There it is.
Stop it.
I turned it
No,
off.
I got the metronome here.
No,
I'm
I was
handling
going on what the metronome
that.
was
That one doesn't
here.
know the song we're singing.
Well,
Do
right.
I look good
I
with
just don't-
headphones on, or should I
Yeah.
take them off, you think?
I like you with headphones on.
What if we just do the entire
Stand
podcast
up
without
and
looking
looking
at
at
each other?
Lean in a little bit too
Wait, the computer's
to the camera.
What do you think?
Right, like we're still communicating
Over to
with
Frank.
each other. No, not like a show. Like we're doing like a actual podcast, but looking at the camera.
I like
the whole
that.
time.
Yeah, that's pretty funny.
Yeah, that is pretty funny. Doesn't that feel nice just already? You're just like, man, this feels nice. I feel like I'm actually important.
I feel like
I was gonna say the same
You
thing.
know what I mean?
Like I
makes it-
feel like somebody's listening to me right now.
Dude, now like
Nobody's
what's
listening.
that one sister daddy call her daddy, the podcast?
Ugh.
You know, you think about like how can people say shit like that? But then as
Now
soon
I
as you do
get it,
this, you
yeah.
go, I would fucking say anything, you know?
Yeah.
Like I feel like
So last week I put a Tootsie
Whoa,
Roll in a
so loud,
cheerleader's butt.
Yeah, Jonathan's mic is way louder. Well, probably about the same as
so
yours.
Jonathan, you're a married man. No,
Yep.
I'm just kidding. Just kidding. That's not
Ask
right.
away.
Is this going?
Well, I only said that because you were like said something about putting something in the anus.
It was a
Yeah, no, this
cheerleader's
is
anus. My wife's not a cheerleader.
Sweet.
We're going. We've started.
Nice.
Should we start
Good.
with, I always make a custom intro for each
Yeah, I'm
podcast?
curious to see what ours is.
Well, so what I kind of want to do is try to make something right now that I could make into something.
Hmm.
So, like, have you guys seen that really funny movie with Andy Samberg, where he's the
Funny movie with Andy Samberg.
that
Not
really
ringing a
funny
bell.
movie that like broke a
Star.
bunch of molds? No, before that, he was younger, where he's like on the little bike and he's doing the jumps.
Hot Rod.
Hot Rod.
Yeah. I thought
Hot
that's what
Rod.
Jonathan just said.
Like that really funny scene in Hot
Star.
Rod where they say cool beans a bunch of times, but it cuts
cool
like a
beans,
beat.
beans, cool
Dude,
beans, beans.
Gets
cool.
me every time.
Yeah.
That joke gets funny. That scene, it gets funnier and funnier every time.
No,
you
that
see
actually is a
movie.
pretty funny movie, and I do like
No, that movie is
I think it's pretty funny.
very bad.
I like Sandberg.
You just bait us into saying we like a shitty movie?
Yeah,
Is that what you're trying to
basically,
do?
It is a
I
shitty movie.
stand by it.
You can like shitty
Yeah.
movies, man. Lots of people do.
Yeah,
I like a lot
Lots
of
of
really
people
terrible
do.
movies.
I like Brooklyn Nine-Nine too. That's Adam Sandberg.
That's a bad show, yeah.
And
It's
Sandberg.
gotten
Show's not funny.
Andy Sandberg. It's gotten.
Is it better?
It's gotten worse
I assumed it
as
would,
the seasons
but I
go.
thought season 2.
But now
I
I'm
was
just-
like, all right.
I'm just committed at this point.
Oh, sure.
And,
And you
they're
commit.
still making. I do
You
commit. I'll
commit
see
to it.
something
He's gonna watch
through.
it for another 8 seasons
I'll-
after the first 3
I
seasons
will
are
see
over.
it through. I finished. What was the show? I mean, you probably know because you're saying I commit to shows. I think I probably mentioned a show to you. I'm trying to remember which one it was. That was just terrible, and I saw it to the end.
You just watched it to the end.
Yeah,
I've done that
I can't
too.
remember.
Oh, I did that with that show that had the fucking lady that showed Letterman her breasts or whatever. What was her name? You don't know about
No.
this?
Is it Pamela
it's
Anderson?
like no, it's like Adam Sandler's. Like they have tons of rom-coms together through like many years.
Oh,
What's her name?
Yeah, yeah.
She looks kind of like a turtle.
Winona Ryder?
in her face.
No, it's
looks like a turtle.
it's Kate Hudson.
No.
Oh, she's
Kate
50
Hudson's-
First
Okay,
Dates.
so it's
and
it was
Oh,
that,
Drew
no.
Barrymore.
Yes,
Drew
that's what I
Barrymore.
meant.
Yeah.
That's who I
yes,
meant.
Drew Barrymore.
Sorry.
So it's the Netflix show where
Who's
she
Kate
becomes
Hudson?
Santa Clarita Diet.
yeah, and I
Oh.
hate that fucking show.
It's a terrible
And I
show.
watched the whole first season just going, there's no way this got greenlit.
Yeah.
Like there's no way that this is actually what they put on this platform.
And then I watched the second season
it
thinking the
was.
exact same thing.
Okay, I guess
There's
I-
no way.
I
I
guess
didn't
I don't
know
see
way.
things
I didn't do
through
the second
because
one.
I did see the first 5 minutes of the first episode and just completely quit on it.
I watched the first season.
No, that show is literally shot like pornography shot. But it's not it's not pornographic.
Never seen.
What's that?
I'm saying the show, Santa Clarita Diet,
yeah.
is shot.
The-
Like everybody,
just
when they're talking to each other in the scene, it's like a porno, basically.
so
Like
over
the
the top.
talking.
The
and
video
porno.
the video quality
I'm saying
is,
literally
is
how
kind of
it's
similar
shot, like
too.
how
The
it's-
lighting also feels like shitty enough that it could be porn.
Mhm.
You know, just all of it.
Yeah, it's a very bad show.
He
It
just-
sucks.
I'm gonna do a lot of
Halperding.
gyms to the
Yeah.
camera.
So
I noticed
that's
that.
always
I
a
was,
good move.
That's his.
Well, you're also sitting right in the middle.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, I
it'll
got
be
the,
harder for us to tell.
I'm
when
gonna
you do that.
help her.
Like
I'm
if
gonna help.
if you say something retarded and I go,
Yeah, yeah, it's
No, we
always
should-
more.
A spit
Then
take,
it's
a
gonna
spit
be
take,
like-
and just
Yeah.
a really dramatic.
Well, it just seemed like I don't know.
but
Just-
you can
you
get away
focus
with
on
it.
the lighting
How do we-
when you're watching.
If it's
porn and-
bad.
I also
Oh,
haven't
when you're
watched.
That's why I haven't
porn.
watched porn.
Porn
The lighting
and-
is so bad.
No, yeah.
I can't focus
There's
on
not
what's
enough
going on.
Substance to
Don't
that
wanna
kind
talk
of
about-
show.
The dialogue isn't good enough.
I mean,
honestly.
who told you that you couldn't masturbate to like movies that are art? Like you ever
Same
see,
person
like,
that told me I couldn't masturbate. Period.
I wonder if we're gonna. Wonder if we're gonna see Maya in the
Yeah, that's
kitchen
true.
window at some point. I hear her in the kitchen.
I mean, that'd be a nice little cameo from the wife.
Let's see if we
Well,
can get a
okay, let's
cameo,
not.
a forced cameo.
So okay, one second. We gotta do this intro thing.
Right.
Yeah, make a beat.
Well, no, I wasn't thinking that. I mean, we could do that. We used to freestyle rap,
Oh well, more of a
You were
in a
better than I was.
satirical
of course.
way.
Of course,
but
we weren't like,
Can you
oh
hear
yeah,
this?
man, we're holding it down. That's not what we actually were acting like. you
that's
know?
true. Yeah, we can drop a beat. Freestyle.
Well, I was thinking more like, like something easy. It's the first one of these that we're making. We're gonna make a bunch of them.
Yeah, right.
You know.
I had an opening line that I was gonna say, and I didn't realize we were going. So if
Well,
I
go ahead. We can
No,
splice
yeah.
it.
Let's
No, it
pause
wasn't.
what we're talking about entirely.
I'm just kidding.
We can
I was
splice
just going
Well,
to
make
Stick
sure
it at
you
the front.
Well,
yeah,
for
make
your
sure you
own-
have your mic up.
for your own benefit.
Well, not that close.
I
Jesus.
was just going to say
This is the only way that you get like my
Nobody's
lower
listening.
range.
Nobody
yeah,
ever
see, that
listens.
sounds
It's right here.
nice. No, like just a little
Right
bit
here?
down. That sounds nice.
Yeah, I got to be
Whenever
right
I-
up close and personal to my mouth because mine's a little quieter.
You do. Yours is I believe it's referred to as a dynamic mic.
Mm. It is dynamic.
Yes, it is. You use it dynamic.
I'm sorry. I changed the
So
subject.
you had the first opening
in
line.
Seinfeld.
It's a Seinfeld.
No, I was going to say, hello Spokane. This is Dr. Taylor Knott. I'm listening. I was just gonna say it for your own benefit.
Yeah,
but
Frasier.
but
It's a
then,
great show.
But now we've gone too far, and now can we
Are we doing this intro?
cut?
So I was thinking, no, don't ever say cut.
Damn, say
What are you
say
doing?
cut in the.
If you say cut, then it's like, what do we do now?
I think we should set some ground rules. Number one, how many Office references are we
none.
allowing?
None. Let's say none off the bat. No Office references.
You're gonna need to delete everything Taylor has said so far.
I'll
That's
just
just how
Yeah.
that's just how
I'll just
that's my
censor out-
vocabulary.
I'll just bleep it out.
Yeah.
If it's-
Everything he says.
People
everything
think I'm
he
just
says is
cussing up a
just
storm, and
a
I'm just
collage.
saying
Exactly.
Office references.
Everything you say is just a collage of Office references, just snipped together.
Yeah.
You don't know individual words,
That's
only
exactly
references.
right.
So drop a beat.
No, I was gonna say we should do like a Three Stooges thing.
I've actually never seen.
Like somebody
the
starts
Three
with.
Stooges.
You haven't seen Three
No.
Stooges? It's classic comedy.
Chevy Chase.
No. What?
That's the Three Amigos.
Yes. I was thinking of The Office when I said Chevy Chase because he said he says it actually reminds me of the Three Amigos.
So you're quoting the
and he
Office right
says,
now.
"Wow."
Okay, no.
You're in the negative.
No.
You just found yourself in the
we
negative.
We stopped doing that. Yeah, we stopped it. No, like Three Stooges thing. They used to start the show. Hello. You know what I mean? It's easy.
Yeah.
Really easy.
I'm
Really
stuffed
easy.
up.
Everybody does it.
And also I don't have any pitch.
I'm
Before
preparing
Well, I was thinking
for my
you.
big
I was
performance
thinking
on
you.
I
the
start.
11th.
No, I was thinking you take the middle, right? The third. right?
Hello.
So one of us start, right?
Well, I have the most robust.
You
my
do have the
my
nicest-
voice is the deepest.
You do have the nicest bass timbre. So so you're starting?
Hey.
You can say
Hey. It doesn't have the same.
the most insecure thing I've ever seen in my entire life.
What if we do that? I'll say hey, and you guys can say.
It was literally like a 4th grade choir. The girl gets up to do her
Hey.
first solo.
She brushes her
No,
bangs to
yeah,
the
like
side.
the jazz club. It's like, hey, good looking. Hey.
Hey.
But still holding the mic, right? You know, like down to the side and going like
Hey.
this. Hey.
Hey.
Still so scared.
Hello.
No, so you say hello.
You don't say
Hello.
Kinda
No,
sing it.
You
my
sing
voice
it.
is
Are we going
All
low?
right, I'll
to,
sing it
Are we
low.
going
No,
low
it
to high?
doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
Do
I'll
you
do
go low
it.
to high? Or?
Hello.
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 What do you hang on? You hang on to it?
Hello. Yeah, and then you. So here's what I think we should do though. So you do hold on to it, right?
Okay.
And then I'll do a nice little, we'll crescendo and we're out,
Yeah.
right? Very professional.
Okay.
But here's what I would like you to do.
Okay.
You're the star in this. This is
Yes.
why you're in the middle.
And that's why you're not going to make a single sound because stars.
My mother always told me I was a star, and that's why you don't get to talk.
You're the decoration, but no. So you're gonna have the third part or the middle harmony,
'Kay.
right? So he's gonna go hello, and you're gonna go
Hello. Is that too high?
It's a little high. Yeah.
Hello.
How about you sing a note, and then he's gonna start the bass note based on that. Can you do that? You think?
Probably not.
Let me try. You start a note.
Hello.
Hello.
That's hard, actually. I've never
Yeah, no,
done it
that's tough.
backwards. All right, do it again.
I do most things backwards.
Hello.
I'll figure something out. It'll sound good.
I thought I had it. Maybe I didn't. All right, I'll start low.
Then I'm middle.
Then you're middle.
And I'll beatbox.
You know what? We'll just commit to it. No, you go high, right? You go the high, the fifth.
Jonathan takes the high road.
And then what you're gonna do is while we're crescendoing, you're gonna go up to the root, but the octave. So I'm gonna be going hello, right? And then you're gonna sing the third, exactly right. Exactly right. And then once we crescendo, you're gonna go way up there, and then we're out. Yeah, like something nice.
No, higher.
If you
Higher.
do want to hold behind your ear,
Higher.
that can sometimes help.
Hello.
Yeah, exactly. So I'm gonna start right, and then you get the middle, then you get the high part.
Okay.
I'm not going to be able to do this.
It doesn't
We
matter.
got it.
It's
All right.
fun. We're having fun. This is just the intro, remember? Hello.
Oh,
Very
no,
good.
I want to do it one more time.
All right, let's try one
I
more time.
felt like I actually nailed the
uncomfortable.
How
middle
about this?
melody.
How about
Comfortable.
this? How about this? You take the
Harmony.
high part this time. You do the middle part this
I can
time.
do the middle.
But you still go high.
Okay,
But I'm
so
gonna
boom,
go
boom,
high
boom.
up too.
Okay.
And maybe I'll go way back down low
I like that.
at the end.
Let's
Okay.
do that. That's easy. You go low.
Hello. Hello. That was really nice. Didn't that sound good?
That was pretty good.
I'm never gonna fucking make anything. There's no way.
Scratching
in
it.
Hell, maybe if I was like Skrillex or
Can you
something.
guys hear this?
Yeah.
They can hear it. Do you want a trade or something?
Freestyle?
No, I just want to know if you can hear it.
Well,
What kind of sound?
this is actually why it's nice to wear in the business, in the industry they call them cans. But this is actually why it's nice to wear them is so that you can tell if you're being too loud, if you're being too quiet.
My turn. The
Oh.
kitchen light.
You have a relationship with the mic. Well, what does it look like now?
You can see the flashing red light.
Are you sure that's just not actually the screen?
The
'Cause
screen of
look at the
what?
window in real life.
Oh, you're at the wrong
There's no
angle, I think.
reflection, right?
Oh, it.
So I think that's
Yeah,
just
it's not the
showing us that it's
reflection.
recorded.
Yeah,
Oh.
yeah, yeah.
Oh, that checks out.
Frank's kind of part of
Yeah.
the industry, and
We should have left the light off.
Wow.
I actually am surprised. I think
scrub-
it looks okay.
Can we
Colors are
scrub
kind of
every
weird.
part of this where we sound stupid?
Jonathan looks more El Salvadorian right now than he ever has, or it
You
looks
gotta
like he just
stop
has
being
jaundice.
so worried. Real talk time. You gotta stop being so worried about what people think about you, man.
I'm just worried about being stupid. I don't care
Well,
about what people think. I don't want to
shoulda
listen
worried
to
about
it.
that
But
a
you know when
long
you're
time
being
ago.
stupid.
Yeah, but it kind of sneaks
Just
up on me.
don't-
It's
but just
only
don't.
after the fact that I realize.
Hmm.
It's not like in the
How
moment I think
often
I'm being
does this
stupid.
happen
I'm not
to you just throughout
self-aware.
the day?
Every time we're
Where
in
I, like,
a
say
stranger's
something
where you
house.
go,
Often.
3 hours ago, I was a retard.
Yes.
Well, it can't always be true, man. You're
No,
not
it's-
progressing that rapidly. Do
No.
you know what I mean?
No, it's not about progress.
No,
It's
I
just like
think-
sometimes
right.
I am
It's not
retarded
like he
and sometimes
grew.
I notice it.
Yeah,
I see.
he didn't mature in the few hours and be like,
No, it's just I'll think
Why'd I
back.
say
I'll
that?
think back to just anything. It doesn't matter what it is.
yeah.
It's most things though.
It's
I
like
could be washing the dishes and I'll think
300-pound
back and be
chair,
like, I
for
cannot
instance.
believe that I used that sponge. I am such an idiot.
Mm.
It's more along
You-
the lines of like talking to people
Yeah, I'll say.
where I just look back, usually within moments of saying something stupid, and
Right,
I'll
it's
realize
kind
it
of
was stupid.
instant.
But then I make myself look more stupid by drawing everybody's attention to the fact that I just said something stupid.
Everyone's like, I didn't
So I
hear
just
that. but
I'll say
now I
something
also think
stupid
you're
and
an
then I'll
idiot.
just mumble and be like, "Oh, that was
Do you have,
buh."
if this happens all the time to you, you probably don't have an example of this because that's kind of how these things weirdly
Yeah.
work. But can you think of a single instance
Yes.
in your actual life?
Yes.
Okay, perfect. So you can think of one.
300-pound chair."
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you can think of one.
Yeah.
Okay, let's hear it.
Well, there are some very
It's-
specific
Would you
instances.
please
It's
fucking
along
keep
the
this in front
lines-
of your fucking mouth, for God
Yeah.
fucking sake.
It was a couple years
We're
ago.
gonna have to put that on you. Or mine, either way.
It was along the lines,
Don't fucking
basically.
ruin this for me.
sorry.
We were
This is a big deal for me.
This is a big deal for me too.
we were inside of a client's
That would
house.
have been a perfect time for you to just look at the camera.
Hello.
All right, sorry.
We're
You're in
inside of a client's house. I mean, this happens from time to time. We've just talked about this. Well, a lot of times.
Well,
we've
not
just
that
talked about.
close. Jesus Christ.
We've talked about this specific
I don't know,
instance more often, and it wasn't even one of the worst ones. I wouldn't say. So we were talking. He was talking to a client, and he was moving some furniture or something, and she said, "Yeah, my husband usually does that, but he's getting old or something." And Jonathan said, well, maybe I'll leave some stuff for him, make him feel like a man. It was along these lines. If you remember
You're kidding
better.
around with her.
Yeah,
Just kidding around.
it was a repartee. They were having a good time. She
I
was
have a lot of
enjoying
that.
it. And he's like, "Oh, leave him like a 300-pound chair, like to feel like a man."
I don't think
And
that
it
was
just-
actually the context.
And it was
like
ju-
you
it just
said
kind
it
of
like you went, hey, earlier.
yeah.
and it was just
I
it
said
just
like
kind of
some-
That's not
fell.
saying
It fell silent. There were some glances around the room, like what? And then we walk out of the room. I walked out as soon as he said it, and then we, obviously we talk about it in the van. and it's just kind of funny.
I'll
one
also say
time-
howdy to people
Oh
8
my
times.
goodness,
Howdy.
it is hilarious.
I'll say howdy.
Yeah.
Specifically.
And,
just-
and well,
If
okay,
I see if they it's always just if someone surprises me,
oh howdy.
they'll actually I have a perfect example.
Okay.
Not of howdy, but I was just at Safeway and I was pulling up at the same time as this kind
Is
of
this recent?
intimidating looking fella.
I think he's talking about when he literally just.
When I was
Yeah.
literally
Yeah.
right
just
now.
gone.
Oh my god! Yeah,
I
getting
pulled
this
up
set
at the same time as this
It's a
guy,
shit
and
show,
he was black,
Mhm.
and he's kind of an intimidating looking guy, and I noticed him, and he noticed me notice
Hey,
him
man,
as
we have a
pulling
word for those.
pulling up.
Human.
Well, he looked like an
Thank you,
angry
Frank.
dude. He just had like angry eyes, you know. And we pull up at the same time, and I notice him, and I notice people that look threatening, just no matter what,
Mm.
you know. But he notices me noticing him, as we're pulling up to the store at the same time.
Notice you.
And I was like, well, that's
Notice
weird because I probably
me.
looked frightened by him. Anyway, we're in the store now, and I don't see him. We go our separate ways, but all of a sudden we come around a corner at the same time, and I see him, and I think this guy knows that this guy remembers me noticing him and looking intimidated by him, and he goes,
Now I'm
"What's
even
up?"
more
And I said,
threatened.
"Nothing much. How's it going?"
Is
And
that
then just
all?
kept
That's
walking.
not bad.
No, I said nothing
That's
much.
not bad.
Okay, this
No,
is
just
actually
like
what
really.
this is
I said
exactly
nothing
what
much. How's it going? Really rapidly, and then just kept walking. And as I'm walking away, I'm thinking that was
So you
so
proposed a
that was-
question and
that
then
was
you
stupid.
walked
Okay,
away.
so no, that's just how you get through the store. He's not going, "Hey, what's up, man?" to try to start a conversation with you.
I noticed you
darn.
noticing
Yeah.
me earlier. What's
Yeah,
up?
exactly. He's just you looked at
You
him
walk
at the
past the
same
guy,
time that he
right.
looked at you. You know,
Yeah.
you don't want to both seem gay, so
Yeah.
you go, "Hey, man,"
And
you know,
I
whatever.
don't want to seem gay, but I also want to seem like amicable enough that I'm like I want to put forth like I don't actually think you're intimidating.
Okay, so
Nothing
wha-
much, man.
okay.
What's up?
Did you
With- I
wear?
don't think-
Did you
but-
wear a mask inside of Safeway?
No.
This is actually,
This is the problem, guys. This is why we're not opening.
you know, you
Spokane
do
again.
have a secondary hand.
This guy.
I was
Right
gonna say,
here.
Going, this guy. I don't know.
I've never done something
no,
like this
I
before.
was
It
trying
takes
to
some-
get at a larger point.
But this is my dominant.
Okay, I was trying to get at a larger point here. Because I think you walk around going all the time. I just said something fucking retarded.
Mhm.
I don't think anybody else thinks what you're saying most of the time is retarded.
Well, they probably don't give it a second thought.
Yeah, exactly. Sometimes
Yeah. No, that's
you
possible.
say something that's
2
crazy.
years later, we're still thinking about the 300-pound
Here's
chair.
what's-
She,
here's
got-
what's
she
a little-
didn't think about that 5 minutes later.
I don't know if it's just that I like bring some kind of weird demonic spirit out of you or something. But when we're together at a place and we're talking to like a stranger, the last thing I'm thinking is Jonathan doesn't seem very confident right now
yeah.
in like what he's saying, or like because we'll just fuck with people, you know.
Uh-huh.
But then when you're just out in the world by you're lonesome,
Mhm.
you're constantly second guessing what you're saying to people.
Well, we're also when we're in those situations where we're just messing with people, I've also had at least a drink, usually, and I feel good.
you need to drink.
I should
for
drink
work,
all
man.
the time.
yeah, exactly.
I should just drink all the time.
Just say
You should
something
get a
stupid.
little liquor in you.
Pour a shot.
Well,
Hey, I'm actually feeling a lot better.
just
now.
wake up in the morning. Good morning, babe. Oh, that didn't sound sincere. That's the worst thing. That's almost worse than. Maybe I just scrutinize everything I say way too much.
I think
I'm
you
like,
do.
that sounded just insincere. And that sounded stupid, but insincere is. I feel worse. I'm like, that just sounded like I was saying something for the sake of having something to say.
I think that's
That's what
most
we're-
conversation
That's what we're
between
doing. Yeah, that's what we
between
would
at
be,
least strangers.
Well, but no, that's I think what we would be doing even if we weren't recording that. That we were doing that.
Mm.
Do you know what I'm saying? Like that's how people spend time together. I don't know about
Just
you
saying
guys.
things for the sake of saying things?
Yes, I mean basically like
hate-
you.
I don't
I've
like
always
that.
thought you guys were insincere.
No, I'm not saying being insincere.
Mhm.
That's not saying something just to say something. You're saying something because it entertains you or whatever, but
Right.
it's just for that. You know, you're not going to go home the next day and be like, oh, now I know how to, whatever, take care of my
Yeah.
mortgage.
Not
or whatever.
everything
Yeah.
a guy says has to be said. Sometimes it's just the, the motion of the conversation. That's from
That
The
could be
Office.
That could be it.
God damn.
You know what?
it.
I feel okay. So I actually think this is
If
where
I
this.
believe that, this moment will make no sense.
He doesn't say motion of the conversation. What does he say? It's and. Yeah, we don't need to go into it.
The motion of the ocean.
Andy notices that
It
his girlfriend
started
is in high
with
school.
listening to Jordan Peterson, where he was.
Gonna grab some chips.
Have you heard the story of him being in the prison, and there was the innocuous gentleman, and basically I don't remember how it all ties in.
Would you grab me
but he
another
says
drink?
that he has.
A Modelo if there's any more of them.
Oh yeah, I would love another one as well if there's
I think
anything
there's only
else.
3. I brought 3 for one for each of us. You can have it.
No, go ahead. No. Are there any more
Get the fucking
seltzers?
dog. There's tons of seltzers.
Oh, I'll take a seltzer then.
There should be anyway.
But you know, Jordan Peterson, he talks about how he, as he was like waking up, or whatever, becoming more aware, he experienced this thing where everything he said, he kind of overanalyzed, and he found that 90% of the things that he would say made him weak or just like didn't matter, and that's something, since listening to that, like of all the things I could have taken from Jordan Peterson that could just like sit innately in my personhood without like any effort, that's the thing. And since experiencing that, it's gotten worse, where now it's like there are so many times where I'm like, I just wish I hadn't talked at all today, because that was all just rubbish. Like nothing I said meant anything. It was just pointless. But I don't know that's necessarily a healthy way to conduct your living and engaging with people.
I get if it's true.
Yeah.
I guess.
Well, it feels really true. Like, God, just I'm pointless.
Thank you, sir. So there are things. There's different types of like talking.
Thank you,
basically,
Taylor.
you say things for different reasons. Like, were I to go up to some person that's standing behind the booth at Taco Time, wearing a Taco Time T-shirt and a little sticker on their shirt.
Should we get some ASMR?
If you want.
It's a wrong mic.
I'd really rather not, honestly, but put some fat reverb on that shit, dude. Have some rain playing in the background.
You gotta get the mic up to the bag. That's what people want to hear.
Whew. I was preferring the Office's references, you know, man. Like, no, I don't know. I guess if you're always what you're saying, or all the time, you go, I shouldn't have said what I just said. But when you're like going up to somebody at the Taco Time, you say, hey, I'd like this, and this.
Yeah.
And some guac.
Yeah.
You know, then they go, okay, and they make it for you.
Yeah.
Because there's a context for why you're saying what you're saying to that person.
And there's a clear objective.
It's a clear objective. So if you don't connect with them on any personal level, it's not like that's offensive to them. Mm. You know, if you just walked up to some person in their house and said, all right, I'd like a bean burrito and some guac on the side, you know, that'd be fucking super rude.
And pointless.
Right.
You wouldn't get
so
any
there are
bean
people,
burritos.
Maybe what you're doing is, you know, maybe because your job or something, or just the way your life is structured right now, you have to talk to people all the time in context where you're just doing a menial objective quickly.
Yeah.
And it doesn't have any kind of real lasting effect, or, you know, it doesn't stay with you. It's stuff it's the 90% of your life that you forget. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Except for when you hug somebody when they're going in for a handshake. And then you just sit in the car and go, that was definitely a handshake.
I'm sorry. What happened?
It could have been a hug.
Yeah, this actually, you know what? You do more stupid stuff than I do.
No. I maybe
feel
do.
like
I maybe
Taylor
do bigger.
probably-
I maybe do bigger stupid stuff.
You certainly do larger stupid stuff. Because
One
I don't
example.
think you do lots of stupid stuff.
No, I felt like we had really good conversation the whole time I was there. Her son went.
Who is this?
to-
What is going on?
It's just a client.
We're gonna have to scrub this.
Because you hugged this person when they were going for a handshake.
Potentially they were.
So
going
if
for a
it's like
handshake. Potentially they were going for a hug. It's
If
happened
it was
twice.
like your like distant
She
uncle
hugs
or
me
something,
usually.
that'd be
No.
one thing.
This is not.
Oh, this
Her.
is handshake hug woman.
This is handshake.
yeah.
hug.
Okay.
Yeah.
This is a woman where it's clearly
Yeah.
inappropriate to go for the hug.
No, not necessarily.
This is the lady that introduces herself as the woman.
His single mom.
Oh, Jesus. Ow. What happened? That's spiked up. It's spiked. Everybody cheers that. So we'll just have to see. I think it's almost done. So anyway.
Should be able to go so anyway. Yeah. Okay, we're good. We're going.
Sweet. So
So anyway,
we're chatting.
that was
and,
crazy. Ugh, that hurt.
And you know, I feel like we're having good conversation for a couple hours, and
Yeah.
I'm walking out. We're side by side, and you know, I say, "Oh, thank you for having us." And she reaches out an arm, and we're side by side. Remember this?
Yeah.
She reaches out an arm, her right arm, and I'm on her right side, and I think we're going for a side hug. You know, we had a nice conversation. It was lovely. Her son and I went to the same high school. We didn't know each other, but
All right.
nonetheless. And so I extend the courtesy
How
of
old is this woman?
I mean, she had a son my age, so she was
Yeah.
she's probably late 40s, early 50s
Okay.
or something. And I like I said, I extend the courtesy of not leaving her hanging on a side hug. I reciprocate, and so we kind of embraced for a second, and then
From the
I
side.
yeah, and then I get to the I get to the work van. I'm sitting there, feeling good about the hug for a while. I'm walking back. I'm feeling good about the hug, and then I sit down and I think she was reaching out her right arm to give me a handshake. Like, what kind? Who do I think I am that I have this deep connection with this woman after an hour and a half that she's ready to hug
Well,
a guy who's cleaning her
It
windows.
sounded like to me you
I get
also
hugs all the time.
are very like open to the idea that like you kind of wanted this situation.
No,
to
not
occur.
necessarily. I felt like it's not like I go around hugging everybody.
But you dream about hugging everybody.
Yeah, well, yeah,
You
but
fantasize at the very least about hugging everyone.
so yeah, I'm assuming it was not a hug because of the inappropriate nature of this housewife giving a 20-something-year-old a hug.
Yeah.
It didn't seem.
Well, it was a side.
it didn't
hug.
seem. You're right. It didn't seem reasonable.
It's not like it could have transitioned into something.
Listen, I've gotten
So
told
that's
off at youth group for
racy,
less than
yeah.
that.
So that's why I sat
God.
down and I thought she was not going in for a hug. Somebody did go in for a hug though, and now we're on a hug basis, and we're at her house all the time.
I don't always like the hug basis.
I hate the hug
I think-
basis.
I think
It's like the kiss basis on
maybe
Seinfeld.
People are a little presumptive about the hug basis, you know. Some
Right.
folks.
I mean,
You ever
she's
meet-
very sweet,
You know that guy.
very sweet.
You ever met like a guy who is like he kind of used to lead a crazy life and then he got cleaned up, right? And he was like real overweight, but he lost all the weight, you know, when he sobered up or whatever. And then now he's in like social situations with like females, and he's just a complete. Like if women had balls, he'd suck balls. You know what I'm saying? Like this kind of a guy.
He's like, finally, I'm in a position where they feel comfortable hugging me.
I don't know why
I
I
should hug
thought,
all of 'em.
thought about this type of person, but
I don't know if I've met.
Is this
I
like
really
somebody
fucking
that's
hate
like
guys
been
like
to
that.
Are you
rehab?
thinking of
This is
somebody
somebody
I am
that's-
actually thinking of a specific.
Is this the kind of guy that like found God in rehab? Like that kind of guy?
That kind of guy-ish, not necessarily like one
is
to one.
good.
I didn't know him super well. He was just always like you were just complaining about earlier, where there's this guy where you're all playing Foursquare or whatever, and he keeps letting his wife win no matter what. Like these types of fellas. Do you know
Matt-
what I'm saying?
Are you talking shit about Matt?
I'm not talking shit about Matt at all. And if you see this Matt,
We're gonna have to bleep out his name now.
I think he.
I'm
I
just
think
saying.
he can make.
Not
I was
that Matt is
saying-
one of the type of pieces of shit I was just describing.
No, I was
But it
saying.
sounds like based on what that one thing you told me that he's exactly like that type of person.
Matt
I
is a
doubt
sweet
he
guy.
is.
To
I'm
be
sure
to
he's
be
a very
clear,
sweet guy.
Matt, yes, he's very sweet.
No, the
I
fact that he has
said-
a wife means that he's not the type of guy I'm talking
Right.
about. It's when it's like a single dude that no lady is interested in because he is so like, I put down my jacket over the puddle for you.
Mhm.
You know,
And I do this for every woman.
constantly. Yeah, exactly. But he doesn't.
You're nothing
Like,
special.
He'll
but
do it. He'll do it for fat girls if pretty girls are around to see it happen.
Oh,
You know what I mean? Like this kind of a fella.
yeah. Who are you think? I want to know who you're thinking of. Can you just tell me and
Goddamn,
then bleep it?
his name's Matt. No, I'm just, I'm just kidding. I don't know. Are we
little
still
redhead
talking
guy
about
from
Matt,
T-Mobile?
Yeah. He's actually a nice guy.
I really like Matt.
He's a nice guy. I was.
but
I
I wouldn't want to
mentioned
play
that.
fucking Foursquare with him.
I said.
Well,
Forget how it came up.
okay.
We were talking about my phone bill, and I
Mhm.
said I mentioned to Matt because he works at T-Mobile that I was thinking about
Yeah.
changing. Anyway, I said I can't believe he's 27. Like I thought he was like our age, which I guess we're getting up there, but we
Getting
still
up
got a
there.
few years. And then
25.
I
Less than 2
said I think his wife is 20. Not that that's bad, Matt.
She's 20.
I think so.
Oh,
And then I said,
what a creep.
and get this, we played
My
Foursquare.
dad is fucking
And he's
way
not
older
trying to
than
get
mine.
her out, and he's not, he's
Mm.
agreeing with everything she says, even though I think it was on the line or I think it was out. So that's
Yeah,
how.
she- okay,
She
so-
also, if your wife had like just gotten into a car accident, like as terrible as she did, like I would hope that you would do everything in your power to never inconvenience her
Well,
at all.
Oh, if there's like a period of immense hurt,
Yeah,
well, then sure.
I mean, it like screwed her. She got severely concussed. Like if Madison
Oh,
gotten
Jesus,
in that
wow.
sort of accident,
You
I
fucking,
I would coddle her.
why
for
did you
so
do this?
long.
Why did that's very good.
I would coddle
you.
her for so long. It's not a personality. He's just being a chivalrous, righteous man.
no, that's what
Well,
I
thanks for
said.
standing up for
I
him.
think that's how it came up. I
I'm
said
sure that
he was being
he
like
really
so sweet.
wanted someone to make sure his name was clear
Yeah.
when it came to Foursquare. You know,
When this
fuck man,
when this
that
podcast
sucks.
blows
I'm sorry
up,
about
too, yeah.
that horrible situation that happened.
I
man.
was shocked. It made me sad
That
finding
fucking
finding
sucks.
out
Why you gotta
everything
make
David
my world
did.
just a little worse, man.
But it's
That's
also
the thing.
not
No,
like
that's
we were
you- no,
talking
one second.
about.
I actually don't. I
You
really
hate
do
Matt.
take issue with this. No,
I
I
do.
really do
I
take
hate
issue with
Matt.
what you just did.
What?
Because where you brought up something so serious and something that's like you should handle that, talking about that kind of thing even delicately.
No.
On a personal basis,
No, it was a car accident. She got a concussion.
yeah, it's terrible. But we're laughing and talking, having a good time about how he's a fucking cuck when it comes to Foursquare.
Yeah, and now you
I
feel
don't wanna
bad
hear-
about it.
Exactly.
saying
Don't do that.
You
Why
have a
would do
problem with
that?
that?
Yes, 100%. Why would you
We're
do
not-
that?
Because I thought you should feel bad about it.
Why?
It's not like we're
Why?
bad. We're not
No,
bad
I don't
mouthing
think
him.
you should feel bad about it. I also didn't anticipate that you would feel bad about it. I felt
It's not
that-
feeling bad about it. It's just being like, oh, great. Okay, here's
Okay,
what you
you
did.
know what? We can
we
scrub
had
what I
a
said.
chocolate cake of conversation, and you fucking just like poured dish soap all over it. It's not that dish soap is wrong. It's that it fucking doesn't belong on a chocolate cake.
And it wasn't anything that like
okay.
We're having you can do that with anything. Okay,
Okay,
so it's
okay.
fun to make fun of people. It's fun to make fun of people.
Yeah.
We should do it because it's fun,
Yes.
right?
Everybody
now,
has a
obviously,
reason.
I don't know.
Obviously, there's a line, but this is something that I don't know. Maybe fucking Dostoevsky or some fucking guy pointed out. Everybody has a fucking story.
Yeah.
No matter, you can like scroll through TikTok and you see all these retards and you go, "Oh, that's awesome! Fuck these fucking people," and it's hilarious and it's fun. But, a lot of these, like, nut jobs, you see, that are so easy to, when you just even see what they look like, you begin laughing at them. They're probably
They
had
had some
really
bad
hard
stuff.
lives. Yes, exactly,
Yeah.
bad lives. Am I going to be able to fix that shit? No.
Yeah.
So you may
So
as well
okay,
make
I
fun of
just
it.
may
Yeah,
enjoy
yeah.
I just may as well, like, glean off the fat of enjoying the
Yeah.
tragedy,
Yeah. Yeah, I guess I just don't see it that way. I don't feel
How
that
do
way.
you fucking see it, dude?
If I see somebody that's like obviously just don't actually there's one exception online. But anymore like I see somebody who's like nuts and it scares me for one.
Are you calling Matt nuts?
No, I'm like no,
I'm
if we're
not
talking about like people being retarded. I see it now and I'm like that could happen to anybody.
It could happen to anybody,
And
but that's
that's-
why we should laugh at it.
Yeah.
Of course, we should have understanding.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying like bring that shit to those people. Don't harass fucking people. Leave them alone. Especially if they've had hard lives.
Yeah.
But they're gonna exist either way, whether or not you enjoy laughing at them.
Yeah.
If it is like directly causing hurt to them, maybe that's one thing. But this shit's not gonna fucking do that.
Dude, he's gonna listen to this entire thing.
Even if he did, I bet you he would just be like, "They're fucking talking about me."
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like that's
I'll
what
send
I would
I'll
be
send
like,
him a link.
If I heard like,
Oh, God,
and
don't.
I'm sure this has.
What do you mean? We're not saying
well, I'm
anything
not sure this is.
bad.
If I heard somebody else's podcast, like a local podcast in the area, and they were talking shit about me, I would be like, "Holy shit, people are talking about me.
Yeah.
This is fucking great."
Yeah.
I guess it would depend on what they were saying. If they were like, "He's a fucking child rapist," that'd be one thing. I'd be
Everything
like,
he says is faggy.
that'd be very bad.
His whole personality.
Yeah, exactly.
It was mainly
No,
a
I'm
running
not talking
joke
about
too with
goddamn-
Matt. He wasn't doing it super sincerely. Anyway, he's like, I'm not going to disagree.
Right. It's
But
not
like
like
what?
you walked away from that experience going, actually, like, fuck this guy.
Yeah,
You know
like
what I
Yeah.
mean?
how dare
I guess we
he
also
not be?
okay. So
bipartisan.
I felt the necessity to bring up my experience within that experience. I didn't notice what was going on with Matt sticking up for her because I was having my end of the interaction was finding out, oh, like her brain's screwed up because of a car accident.
See, this is what I mean. You shouldn't
Uh,
even talk about
I'm
it.
not,
You're recording this,
though.
and you're going, like, you can't, like, you should really know for sure that that's the way that you should express that that's reality.
Should I not? Okay.
I don't know.
Okay.
I don't
okay.
mean
We
to
can
shut
scrub.
you-
We can scrub that.
I'm not.
That's
I don't
fine.
scrub things, man.
Oh,
You want to
God.
know about that night though? Everybody and their mom beat Jonathan in a foot race.
That's surprises me.
Yeah, me too.
I'm glad I wasn't there, because then the story would be everybody and their mom beat
Except
Frank,
Frank
in a foot
and
race.
Miss Deb beat Jonathan in a foot race.
Yeah, it
Zeke
was
beat
bad.
me. I killed. Well, no, not killed. I beat Jonathan pretty handily because he challenged me to a race. I beat him pretty good, and then Zeke was like, "Oh, I just want to jump in. I'm
I was
probably gonna get
shocked.
last place." And then Zeke just busts out like a cannon,
Damn.
beats both of us,
It was.
and then I had to
shocking.
rematch. I beat Zeke, but I got off to a better start. He got off to a
Right.
better start the first time though.
The start's important.
Him and
Yeah.
I are probably it's like pretty close, but I haven't raced since at high school
I had-
at least.
I had this idea of myself, like I'm just as fast as I used to be when I ran all the time.
Well, Slade
Yeah.
was hyping you up too. Was it Slade? He was
Yeah.
like, I saw you run in
Yeah.
Cyprus. And
Well,
you
that's
were
back when
just-
I was like running more often and stuff, and I
Yeah.
definitely
They
felt
like
fast.
make you fucking run.
Yeah, they make you run, and also you're just doing active stuff all the time. We were like
Right.
playing soccer and
Yeah,
running
yeah,
all
yeah.
over the place.
It's good
So
for you.
like, of course, I was faster. It was shocking. It was like it was the biggest defeat.
Oh,
And just
no, really?
sucker punch to the ego I have
That sucks.
experienced as an adult.
Yeah.
Like it really sucked because I figured like Taylor is probably faster than me, but to get beat by Zeke, who is just built like a freaking, fat one of these.
except it's like muscle.
He's not.
Yeah,
bad,
no, but like he just doesn't look like he should be able to run fast.
he's pretty short. you
He's
know.
he's short and he's just a stout little guy.
He's
Right.
had to run away. Okay, he's had
That's
to
a
run away
Korean.
from coyotes
His
He had to
entire
run
life.
away.
out there in the out there on the land. Also,
Oh my
you're
God.
holding a little bit too much stock in this 60-yard
So
foot race between few people who just don't run.
Yeah, I know.
A shot to the ego.
No, it was because I have just had this idea of myself. I don't like think of it often.
yeah.
Shout
But,
out my
like,
boy K Jets.
I'm a relatively fast guy, and I could probably outrun a lot of people if they were chasing me.
Yeah, most people. We also are like fairly athletic.
can't-
Zeke's an
Not that I'm like
going
gonna be in a position where I'm getting chased
Right.
often,
Yeah.
but I am afraid that I'm gonna end up in one of those situations
And you
now.
won't measure up.
And well, yeah, now
I think
I
it's
guess
Hopefully
it's
you're not being
better to
chased
know.
by Zeke.
Okay, here's the thing. If your life's on the line, I think your body kicks it up.
That's
It
what I was
felt
gonna
like my
say,
life was on the line, dude. My adrenaline, it was like I freaking had a
Let's
gun
run it
pointed
back
at the back
every
of my
time.
head.
Let's run it back.
So I want to do something real quick because this is going to be broadcast to different people, right? And there are going to actually be some people that see this that do not know any of us.
Oh.
Okay. So,
Should we say some interesting facts about it?
well, so
Ourselves.
because we've known each other for a very, very long time, we've all known each other for a long time, we just naturally. In
And about a
conversation.
quarter of that time, we've been friends.
Is that true? I think that's true.
Yeah.
Well, not for
you and I have been
but
like
you and
really
I.
close friends for, 4 years now.
Yeah,
Jonathan and I have been friends for a while, but really close friends for 3 years now.
right.
And I've known each of you about the same amount of time. You guys came smoking
Yeah.
about the same. What, 10,
I met you March
10
28th,
years?
2010.
11
You
years.
actually know that?
Mm.
That's crazy.
So it is, about a third of the time.
Well, I would say that we were good friends the whole time.
Yeah.
We've known each other.
Right off the bat. Yeah.
No, I didn't like you. I didn't dislike you.
Well,
you were friends
I
with
didn't-
Josh, and
Yeah,
it
yeah.
was. I don't know. And then
Well,
we did
so
the
okay,
peak.
so this is exactly what I'm saying. So what we're all talking
Right,
about
yeah.
right now,
People just
like,
are a
everybody
little
out
bit
there is
lost,
like,
maybe.
What the fuck? Well, it just sounds like nothing. You know what I
Mhm.
mean? So either we should give some context to that, maybe, if you guys want.
Sure.
It, that'd be fine by me. Or if you would just rather, bullshit or whatever.
Keep people
That's
lost.
fun too. Yeah.
I don't think anybody's going to listen to this if we just bullshit the entire time. Because, who wants to listen to 3 close friends just bullshit?
Well,
and they don't
right,
even
so-
know famous people.
Right,
I know
so-
some famous people.
Well, so it depends
Who's the
on.
most famous?
Khalil
person I know?
Jets.
I know my boy Kate Jets.
I really something occurred to me recently, right? So, right now, mostly, well, no, actually, entirely.
Terrence McKinney. I don't know him really, but
To make ends meet, right? So I'm driving DoorDash, and I listen to podcasts all the time while I do that. Because why wouldn't you? I realized recently.
because you could be listening to Blink 182.
This is probably, I don't know, AirPods, man, they're just such low quality. I don't really like listening to music out of them. It'll suffice.
This
but
segment is sponsored by Apple.
Fuck, you threw me off. I don't remember.
You
what I was
listen.
saying.
You're making ends meet. You're doing DoorDash.
Oh, making ends
or-
meet, DoorDash, and listen to podcasts, right? So I listen to a lot of podcasts, and I like a lot of podcasts. There's a lot of podcasts I really enjoy. But I was listening, and, at a certain point you go, okay, I kind of get the gist of what this guy has to say, and you kind of run out of podcasts, and then you have to wait a few weeks, check back in, and then all of a sudden there's a bunch of new good podcasts, But it's not every podcast that even somebody that's good at making podcasts uploads is necessarily entertaining to me. So I've started re-listening to my own old podcasts and podcasts that people have had me on, right?
I love me. Who do
Now-
you love?
No, this is exactly my point. So I realized the person that I never get tired of hearing talk about anything
is
is
yourself.
me.
Yeah.
Yeah, is entirely me.
Wow, I didn't even think about that.
Now
the
here's
first
the
time.
problem.
Now that you
I'm
mentioned it.
very, very lazy. I procrastinate things I don't want to do, things I do want to do. I even procrastinate. I'm just like a serial procrastinator, right? So I haven't been making any podcasts. I just haven't put the effort in or the time, right? But recently I was listening to all my old podcasts and I went, I actually still like these. I enjoy listening to them. I enjoy listening to the guests I have
Taking
on.
notes.
Well, and I went, you guys are probably my favorite 2 guys in the world just to talk to, just to spend an evening talking to, And I went, well, I'm going to be moving soon. So what should I do? I listen to podcasts all the time. Well,
move.
I'll make a bunch of podcasts with you guys before I move.
I like that.
And then this way I can just continue to listen to them.
And you never have to talk to us again.
And no.
Cuts out the need. I hear their voices.
No.
I
We
think to
kind of
myself,
talk about
how
the
am I
same
going to
stuff
be
anyway.
successful and talk to my friends simultaneously?
No, I just think I always really enjoy our conversations.
No.
But half the time we have conversations, I won't remember most of what we talk about,
Yeah.
And so I think this is a good thing to do, because fuck all the people.
Yeah.
People recently, this has been happening in my life, even
Yeah,
in my own.
fuck all the people.
No, well, I've really
Hate the
realized that it's more like trying to have a relationship with the world than going, how am I going to get what I consider to be the average person to like what I'm making? Fuck that shit, It's more like you're putting it out into the whole world, And instead of trying to make connections and figure all that shit out very pragmatically, I've started to notice that there are people even Whitney, my younger brother's wife. she started making like Instagram videos, little coffee Instagram videos. They're
Mm.
really aesthetic and they're pretty cool. And she's been doing it for like a month, and she's garnered a bunch of followers, and already people are, like asking her to sponsor and stuff like that, so that she's getting paid to make them now.
Oh,
you
really?
know? Yeah, or at least
Wow.
it's happened once or twice.
Yeah.
But it could.
Should we give out her Instagram name? Since
What
we're
is it?
gonna.
Sinclair Home Cafe, I think it
That
is.
sounds right.
Sinclair Home Cafe.
I'm pretty sure
I
that's
don't know.
it.
Actually, I'll put it in the video. I'll put
You know
a little
who-
text.
You know who I got followed
It's a really
by?
cool Instagram page. What?
In the Kitchen with Dinah.
Oh yeah, me too. Nice.
Right.
Oh,
Oh,
That's my
your
mother-in-law's
Yeah. That's
YouTube
right.
cooking show.
Yeah.
We're all very creative.
I was actually just the other day. I was watching. It was.
Sinclair underscore.
followed me 2
Home
days ago.
Cafe.
Mm-hmm.
And I was watching her videos on YouTube
I'll give it
3
a
days
follow.
ago. So when she followed me, I was like, "Does she like have her analytics turned on or something where she can see?"
They're
Individuals
trying to make
that are
it work,
watching
dude.
it?
They're trying to fit
Yeah.
really launch it into.
She seems like
thing.
really comfortable doing it.
It's
and, like,
it's
she
a
Is she
yeah,
enjoys
good?
it.
Could
Their
we-
intro is high
It's
quality.
good, yeah.
It's a.
No, yeah,
They've
my
got a little song and a little
dad-in-law.
animation
He
and
made
stuff.
he made all that shit.
Yeah. No,
I
it's
didn't get a
awesome. Pretty cool.
follow. I
It's
I
high
guess we
quality.
didn't have a connection. I thought
Anyway,
we
well,
side hugged.
Wait, one
you
second.
know?
What? I was talking about something. Oh, making all these,
Right.
Yes.
but it was something after that. Oh,
Started talking about Whitney and
okay.
then-
So Sinclair underscore Home Cafe, right? So yeah, follow that. It's fucking really cool, very aesthetic. Anyway, she just started making them because she likes those types of videos. She's just making them.
Where are they filmed? Do you know?
I assume in their apartment. They make a little background
the
for it.
stu-
Trying to
Studio?
think, like, last time I was at their apartment, I was
Anyway, once you see the videos, you'll understand what he was just saying. So do give that a follow. But no, it's just funny where you just put the things out there. You know, you make the thing, you build it yourself. Fuck trying to get permission from other people.
Mm.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Of course, that's useful, and in the past, that was kind of the only way to do stuff like this. But now it is not.
Like it doesn't matter if there's a demand. You can just kind of do it.
Well,
Or what do you mean?
I think so to a degree. There is a shocking amount of human beings that really I think they're more valuable as consumers,
Yeah.
like in terms of their role societally. And would you please fucking stop doing that? It's outside. It's a bug. It's outside.
it's crawling on my house.
It's outside.
I'm sorry.
No, yeah, you just make it. And I go, well, what do I like fucking... Who do I like talking to? What do I like listening to? Fucking
Me.
the three of us.
Yeah.
So, and primarily that's us bullshitting. Now, sometimes it is talking about, things that happened in the past or talking about something that's a little deeper or not or whatever. And I want to do all of that.
Yeah.
So this is just the first one we're making. I don't know if you guys want to do this again. I'm
I
having
would love
fun.
to do it
I'm
again.
good with that.
We're not... I mean, we can keep...
Maybe we let Jonathan have a pair of headphones.
We've
next
been
time.
doing... Well, we've only
I'm
been
really
going
looking
for
forward
50 minutes.
to the next time so I can hear myself
We'll
talk.
pass them this
Well,
way.
we can trade, man. I've been
No,
telling
I'm
you.
I'm kidding. I really don't care.
Oh,
One thing.
here's one more thing you have to consider, though,
Okay.
about the microphone. I hate fucking doing this shit. I'm so sorry.
Okay.
I feel terrible. But I can
Alright.
hear it happening.
Can you hear me going?
That's fine. That's unavoidable
Okay.
in this situation. I think people understand that.
Yeah.
When you turn this to the side, it muffles.
Probably
Like
blocks
I
out
can
a
actually do like a
portion.
doop 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 doop
Yeah.
doop.
You got to speak into the ring.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
So you
fucking-
can hear me doing that. Have I been turning it?
Well, yeah, it's like you got carpal tunnel or something. You just
Right.
going.
Can we not talk about that again?
You don't have carpal
That's
tunnel.
personal. Very personal.
No, carpal
I don't have
tunnel is a
carpal tunnel.
broad topic. Car
But
accidents
everybody
is a
knows.
broad
But
topic.
everybody
I'm
knows
fucking
how
fine to talk
20-something-year-old guys get carpal tunnel
That's true.
or like tennis
Typing.
elbow.
Or wait, I
No,
said
that's not
that's
it.
true before I actually realized what you were trying
Yep,
to
that's
communicate.
exactly right.
about. I got a pretty bad case myself, man.
I try to keep it to myself for the same.
I got two words for you: been gay.
Been gay or Ben?
Well, that's also he's a new Christian rapper that used to be a gay guy.
Do you know about Ben Gay?
And his name happens to be Ben.
okay.
You kind of
Motherfucker.
I'm gonna say
Ben Gay.
I'm
in the
gonna
house.
assume that you know about Ben Gay because of that song, the Kesha. The
You
Kesha
are
cover.
assuming 100% correct.
Yes.
What is that song?
Good.
I've known about Ben Gay, just like it's the.
I know
you
that
got
you
the
got
carpal
yeah,
tunnel,
I know.
'cause
I
you
know
have
that you
carpal
did.
tunnel.
Yeah, I know exactly why you know about Ben
got
Gay.
the classic case of the young man.
Yeah, you probably know about being.
What's the
gay,
Kesha
too.
song? Also, who's
Uh,
Kesha? I
You
don't.
got that masturbatory arthritis.
You know about
Oh.
Ben and being gay, don't you?
What's the Kesha song?
It's a
It's not a real
parody of
Kesha
it.
song. Yeah, so it's a wake up in the morning feeling like P Diddy.
got
That
my
song?
glasses.
But
on
it's
right
not, but
before
it-
I
you're-
hit
you're an
the
old-
city
you're an
before
old
I
lady.
leave, brush my teeth. with the
Stop. We'll get copyright infringed. We
Bottle.
will. I don't actually know if that would get copyright infringed, but I've been copyright infringed before.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Does that mean Kesha would have to see this video?
No. They got like robots to do that shit.
That's stupid.
But no, yeah. So for one of my podcasts, I did Benny and the Jets for the intro song, just like fucking around. Yeah, and it got struck.
Oh, really?
And I'm not monetized anyway because not a big enough
Well,
YouTube
did you
channel.
use the actual song? I think if you
No,
like, sing
I
it.
made all the tracks myself,
Really?
all the stuff.
Interesting.
But I guess it was in the same key or something. Maybe I just sound like Elton John. I don't know. But
That's probably it.
that's probably what it was.
How are you?
No,
supposed
it's
to
not
get
a very
about-
good
How
recording,
are you
but-
supposed to get around that? Because there are like
just
channels
can't
on
use
YouTube
it.
that make money off of covers, right?
I
Like they monetize
mean,
their cover songs.
I think usually, I don't know actually. Maybe they just change it musically enough that.
Freaking
No,
Voice
that doesn't
Avenue is
happen.
not changing it
No,
enough.
fuck that. That doesn't happen.
Can you pass me the bag of chips?
Oh my god, you guys! If you guys are you familiar with Kurt Hugo Schneider?
No.
Oh, if you want to see,
That's not a character from a Tarantino film, is it?
no, he's a YouTuber. So he's a YouTube musical artist.
Thank you.
And if you want to see like a YouTube channel that'll just make you like, okay, you ever hear somebody go like, "Oh, what happened to men?"
You done already?
You ever hear somebody say that?
What
happened to
to
the
men?
Yeah, they used to wear suits and they were in shape and you know,
I
they were
wish I was born in
gentlemen
the
and all this
20s.
stuff. Yeah, people say things like that, and then what happened to men? Because you know now men are all faggy and shit. you
Making
know.
podcasts. And
I don't think podcasts are intrinsically
Not even
faggy.
going to work.
Maybe that actually is. Maybe it totally is.
I don't think
but-
there's anything faggy about this. What's the
I
alternative?
don't think so.
What's
Is
the
there?
alternative? Going to Afghanistan?
The alternative is having the same conversation and just not letting other people hear it.
Right, that's true. But
pretty
people
gay.
have to hear it voluntarily. You know what I mean? You're not forcing anything on anyone. But no, you derailed me again.
Sorry.
Well, this time it was you. I'm sorry. I'm coming across real like
Pretty mean.
cute. Yeah,
Yeah,
very
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 angry at us.
rude.
Pretty mean.
You were talking about
You've just
talking
made a
about
lot of
copyright
podcasts. You
infringement.
know how people should talk
Oh,
on
you're talking about a
podcasts.
YouTuber.
Don't.
Some
So you
some
should tell people
YouTuber.
how to talk on
Huh?
podcasts.
You were talking about a
Oh
YouTuber.
yeah, Kurt Hugo Schneider.
Yes.
So
William
like
Shatner.
okay, so you know like the Cup song, how that was a big fad. He
Mhm.
was one of the first guys to make like a big, high production thing of that.
Wow.
And now he still makes like the Cup song where he'll have 4 people sitting around a table, but it'll be a song that he's written for Reese's, like Reese's peanut butter cups, and they'll all have Reese's peanut butter cups in front of them and making a beat with the Reese's peanut butter cups, and the song is always about "I love you, baby. You're as delicious as a Reese's peanut butter cup." You know what I mean? It's just like the most like sucking the devil's dick stuff ever, like in the world.
Is that an
So-
expression people use?
I don't know, but
Sorry,
it
I was
makes
coughing.
a
Did you
lot
say
of
the
sense
duck
to me.
dick or the
No,
devil's?
the devil's dick.
Okay.
It's like sucking the devil's dick.
I can't say that I've ever heard that one before.
Doesn't it make sense? It's like you're doing something for profit that is ultimately
Right.
like artistically, it's basically ugly.
Yeah, selling out. We had this conversation last night.
Exactly, selling out. Which also, it is very easy to talk about selling out as who I am because
never.
I don't have any fucking opportunities.
Millions of
I
dollars.
auditioned for the
$100 million.
goddamn Voice, you know. I did all that shit. I didn't make it.
But you didn't sell out.
They don't have me. Yeah, exactly. But if I
I
got
don't
on
think
the
that's
fucking
not even selling out.
Nobody gave
to
me the
advertise
opportunity to
your
sell out, but I
self.
wouldn't have.
No, well, so that was the thing was I was just like, I'll throw a fucking Hail Mary if I get on the fucking Voice, then I can skip all, well, not all, but I can skip a decent amount of bullshit.
Oh,
you
you're
know.
5 years in advance. at
Exactly. Just on the raw fact that there are people that would know my name, you know. But it was like during coronavirus, so I did it where I like mailed in
I
the
haven't
audition.
heard
or whatever.
anybody call it coronavirus in like a year and a half.
So I mailed him or mailed. I fucking I mailed the videos to them.
VHS or
No, I emailed.
I had to buy a whole iPad.
No, so I emailed the videos of me singing cover songs or whatever, because that's what they want you to do. That's the voice. You sing covers, you know. And I got like some emails back, and they were like, "Hey, we want you to talk to this person, you know, and do like this like little interview, and maybe if that goes well, you know, whatever." And so for a while, I was thinking, "Oh shit, if this actually happens, then I'll be in LA for 4 months out of this year, and that's going to be fucking great for the rest of my life, you know, like in terms of my trajectory, that's going to be awesome." But of course, you know, did the interview, and then they go, "Thanks for auditioning, maybe next year," you know. I don't know. But it's just one of those things where I go, if that had happened, I don't, you know, who knows? I probably wouldn't have even made it on air.
Dude, they would have told
But if
you
I
what to
did-
wear, and you would have done it.
I wouldn't have won. Well, that's the other thing to consider, is that you're like, once somebody actually goes, "No, you don't understand. You could make like hundreds of thousands of dollars in the future by just doing what we tell you to."
Yeah.
That's so much easier than going, "I'm going to figure out how to make all this shit by myself."
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
I mean, it's a
But-
produced television show. I mean, they have some certain standards what you need to wear, and I don't think that that's
Oh, sure.
necessarily wrong or selling out if that's what
You'd
we
have to wear some tighter pants.
yeah, some
I don't think
some
they'd
white.
You know what
some
I
America
think they
wants,
would want me
skinny
to wear a
pants.
shawl.
The
if
results are in. The
Just
results
actually
are
put
in.
a bag over your
Right,
face.
I'm
and
too
40-year-old
heavy.
women, 40-year-old American women want Frank Sinclair in tight pants. Get them in some tight pants. Some
So we were
Lululemons.
talking. We got to this point somehow by starting with, should we tell people about ourselves?
Yeah, should we?
Should we tell people about ourselves? Yeah,
Do you want to?
sure. Sure.
I would
but-
love if you told the folks at home.
I've heard this just a million times. I'm gonna use the bathroom.
Okay.
You know how many times I've heard your light story? God, this is the worst bench.
This table,
This is the worst table
it's honestly so
that
scary,
you've ever
man.
had. This is worse than the table that you made.
Well, that
That's
is just unnecessary and rude, and now you just walk past the camera.
No, he fired shots and then he disrespected
Yeah.
the medium.
And then he's going to use my bathroom.
Should tell him, fucking no, you can't.
Yeah.
Piss outside in the trees.
You can't use that. This bench, it was here when I bought the house.
Yeah.
By the way, I didn't make it and make it wobbly. It's also like maybe just too big for like, you know, kids, and it's too small for adults. So I'm not sure who made it. Maybe Caleb Lemery made it. Just kidding.
Caleb Lynn.
A really short
Should
person.
we
I
invite
think,
him
made
to
it.
the next one of these?
I would love if
I would
Caleb
honestly
came, yeah.
love that.
I really enjoyed our time together. when
He's
we
just
went to
he's a ball of sunshine.
brewery.
Oh yeah, you want to
hate that
shoot a
word so
shout out
much.
that brewery?
Sure, we mentioned it for the Love of God Brewery on Northwest.
For the Love of God
Boulevard.
Brewery, Northwest Boulevard. I don't personally really like it, but you might like it a lot.
I thought it was good. I'm not a huge beer guy, and I enjoed it.
You
Not
know
that
what
I
I
had
will
any
say?
of the beers.
The
but
service there is very, very good.
Yeah.
They're very, very good people.
Also, Steve, the owner, is.
I'm just not into IPAs.
He's pretty good at golf. So, if you're into that kind of thing,
You know, I've
can have a
met Steve
conversation.
once or twice, and Steve's a very cool guy.
He's very nice. He's
Seems like a great guy.
unsuspectingly like really good at golf.
Mm-hmm.
You just wouldn't expect it.
Yeah.
I thought the first time Johnny brought him, the first time, and we've played, I don't know, probably maybe 7 or 8 times at this point.
Right.
First time Johnny brought him, I thought, nice, you know, I'm gonna beat him.
Yeah.
And then he
Good addition to the crew.
he beat me by a lot,
Damn.
and I've halfway beat him one time.
You can go.
Yeah, go
No,
ahead
man.
and
There's
jump.
wires and shit. You can't even run. You gonna try to fucking jump?
I've halfway beat him one time.
That's pretty good.
I was having a really good round, and he was having the worst round I've ever seen him play. And he actually left after like the 13th hole. There's 18 holes. He was
In golf.
Yeah, I guess he was really busy and he had a lot going on. He had just been out of town for a week or something, and he runs a business, and he's had a lot going on. He said, I shouldn't have even been here. He was really distracted,
I
playing
feel like
really
most
bad,
of the
and
time the guys are playing golf, they shouldn't be.
Yeah,
It's a
that's
great
true.
way to be. It's like adult hooky. You know what I mean?
I'm just assuming that I was winning at that point, and I was playing like one of the best rounds I played. He was playing by far the worst round, and I probably was up like 2 or 3 strokes.
but then
He's
couldn't
actually
pull
really
it.
good.
Couldn't pull it.
No, well, he left.
Oh, I see
So,
what you're saying. So you may have beat him.
That's what I'm saying. I halfway
You have
beat him one time, and then every other time, he's probably beat me by 10 strokes each time. 10 shots, 10 hits,
Yeah.
strokes. Are you
I would
uncomfortable with the
prefer that
word strokes?
I actually would prefer that you use a different term than strokes, just because it makes me go like, "What the fuck did you say the competition was again?" You know what I mean?
We're hitting a shaft. We're using a shaft. We're hitting the ball. and
Right,
we're trying to put it
exactly.
in the hole, and we're using strokes. How many strokes we do?
Do you use strokes? Is that what they're called when you're fucking? Like going back and forth strokes? What do you call them? Pumps?
I don't have much
I feel
experience.
like guys call them pumps.
No, I.
They go like, oh, dude, I last at least 164 pumps. Wouldn't that be awesome? Actually, if instead of having like we quantified like guys like talking about how long they last in bed, instead of time, like duration of time, you said
pumps. 1, 2, 3, 4. And
Dude,
you're getting
oh,
dashes
I
on the
guarantee
on
you-
your piece of paper
I
next to
guarantee
you.
you could get a group of guys, like bar buddies or whatever. You could definitely convince them with their wives to for them to have a competition where they'd be counting in their head. while
But
they're
I
fucking.
also just don't think that there's honesty there. I think if you
No,
get a
you're
guy who's a little
always-
insecure
it's always
and he's
talking
like,
about getting a fit.
oh, it was
you know.
45 minutes, it
Yeah.
was, 2,000 pumps. I guess if that's the word we're using.
2,000 pumps.
I mean, I don't know how many pumps that
Christ.
is a minute if it's 45 minutes.
I
2,000
feel like
pumps.
your vagina would just come out at that point, like on the outswing.
pro.
Yeah, exactly. Good God, how could
Yeah, I
it still
don't-
be dry? You ever do that where you get a little seminal fluid on your hands, right, like in your fingertips?
I can't
You
say
go
that
like
I know
this.
what seminal
Seminal fluid, semen. Seminal fluid.
from
semen?
yourself.
I mean,
Are you talking about
presumably.
your own? Excuse me, are you talking about your own?
I assume that the consistency is somewhat generic. I don't think that has to be specified.
Sure.
But say it's your own.
Average.
It's regular seminal fluid. It's your dollar store seminal fluid.
Is that the average? The dollar store stuff?
I don't fucking know.
The
It's your-
kind that
okay,
you
it's your
run out of your
Walmart
own, you run to the
Yeah.
Dollar Tree, you grab a carton of seminal fluid,
and a fucking
that
hot
kind.
I don't think I like
Maybe
the
a
word
Kit Kat.
seminal fluid a lot
a
more.
yo-yo, and some
the
Halloween
contrary.
decorations. No, seminal fluid. You ever get some? You ever get some seminal fluid on the tip of your fingers? And you're going like this, right? The viscosity, it goes away. You know what I mean? And it becomes dry,
Your
like
fingers
sticky.
are just stuck together.
Instead of at first it goes like this, right? And then starts going like scraping. You know, what
I don't
mean?
ever spend that much time on it, really.
You've never pondered your seminal fluid.
How
Just
many
like long
pumps- how
enough.
many pumps of
I've
this
never
does it
gotten
take
to
You've
the
never
point where
ruminated.
No, my assumption is just that it's gonna. My fingers are probably gonna be stuck if I
No,
touch
listen,
this for
let me
too
tell
long.
you something. Okay, let me.
That's
tell
the
you
issue. Is I
something.
don't know.
This
how
conversation
sticky it
seems like
is.
a good time for me to use the restroom.
If you need to,
Not to.
No, it's okay. Try it
Go
out.
like this
See-
with my
No, actually, try it out.
No,
See, it will work.
Fine, I'll be back in 30 seconds.
Okay, there you go. If you rub.
I'll be back in 3 pumps.
No, I'm just saying a little pre-leak. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? A little bit of that pre-game
I'm
seminal
familiar.
fluid. You know? Yeah. You usually rub it over the tip and stuff. I don't know why this became Caller Daddy, but but so
Ow, I keep freaking getting splinters in my hands.
what I'm saying, this table is fucking atrocious, man. Next time we should bring a tablecloth.
Or just a new table.
Yeah, we should just buy a table.
I'm sure we'll get a lot of donations after this.
I'll set up a Patreon, man.
There we go.
If you guys want to get us a better fucking table, well, really, I'll be getting Taylor a better table because this is his abode.
He has a baby.
But I was saying, if you genuinely did 2,000 pumps, the same concept is true of like vaginal fluid, whatever that lubricant is called, the natural lubricant
It's not seminal.
is called.
Seminal.
Yeah, it's not that because it's not seminal. It can't.
Ooh.
It's not going to impregnate somebody. But the same thing happens. Eventually, through the friction, it goes from being, unless more is being constantly produced. I'm sure there is a lady out there, but really, how many ladies could continue producing for 2,000 pumps to some guy? Nobody.
It's impossible.
Doesn't
realistically,
I doubt I have ever gone over 100 pumps. Realistically,
I still don't know what the fluid is you're talking about.
seminal fluid.
No,
Semen.
the female fluid.
You're joking.
You're telling me that they make something similar?
Yeah. Ideally.
Never been in an ideal situation then.
Well, it turns out you don't have to. If you have $5, you got a way to get in there.
Wait, to get in where?
To a vagina with your penis.
$5?
Yeah.
That's all it takes.
Yeah, man. You go to your local fucking little mini mart,
This place down the
Yeah,
street.
yeah, and you get some damn lube.
Yeah.
Looks like a little.
Okay.
What did you think I was fucking talking about?
I'm thinking going down to the mini mart with $5 and
Trying to get some
propositioning
pussy.
the old lady that's living in her truck. And I was thinking, well, yeah, I mean,
Oh, she
The-
drives a Hummer. She's probably well lubricated.
well, she wasn't driving a Hummer.
I didn't know you were talking about a real old lady in this fucking.
No, I had a very specific woman in mind.
Oh my god.
You remember the lady that I talked to down at the Garland
Yeah,
Mart?
you think you could convince her to get on top of that for $5?
That's what I realized after the fact. That's why she
You
was
know what
talking
you
to
might
me.
as well do actually. Here would be kind of funny, and I'm not the kind of guy that promotes promiscuous sex, right? It's against my faith, right?
That's good.
But what would be funny if you are one of these people going out there having sex with ladies and stuff,
Promiscuously.
I think that's gigolo.
that you just seduce them regularly, and then you pretend that you're a prostitute right after the sex. So they'll be like, "Are you staying over?" And you go,
No,
Well,
you owe me
"If you got the
$200
cash for it,
Yeah.
exactly, yeah."
I forget every time.
And then you actually do call your pimp, and it's a big black guy that will beat the shit out of her if she doesn't pay you.
And you're not actually pretending. You're just
You're
owned.
actually a real
You're actually
prostitute.
a prostitute. And then it turns out, joke's on you.
Joke is
Because
on
you're
you.
just a prostitute.
Yeah.
So a little bit about myself. I'm Taylor.
Yeah. And you're the type of guy that's
yeah,
never
well-
ruminated.
No, I
We
can't
got-
say that I have, at least not publicly.
So you wouldn't admit to it publicly.
So
well, I
you're-
haven't
you've
done it, but
admitted to
I
it.
wouldn't.
So
but I wouldn't
basically-
admit to it publicly. So
I see. Okay.
you did the math.
Yeah, I get you.
yeah, we haven't even said our names. So I'm
you don't
Taylor.
you don't need to say your name.
Oh,
You
you
can
got
if you
you
want.
establish. I mean, I guess that's usually episode 2. You establish a character.
A fucking character.
Post-production, we're all going to be in blackface, so you don't need to say your name.
Oh, okay. I'm Taylor. I 23 years old. I have lived in Spokane my entire life. Not well traveled. I've been to England a few times. I am a little bit English, but I would say most white people are. But my mother does have
They got
a
around.
bit of an accent. I am married to a lovely lady. She's inside. Her name is Maya. We have one son. He is 5 months old. Frank is looking at Jonathan like,
What?
why
I
is
just
he
don't
saying this?
understand. I just don't understand what you're doing.
You said that we
Yes.
should tell people a little bit about ourselves. These are the main
That's
things
not
about
what I
myself.
said. I asked. a
Let Frank
question.
introduce you.
Okay, go ahead. Sorry.
Let me introduce you. All right. Let me think.
That's why he's rolling his eyes, because he wanted to
Well,
introduce you
now that
really
you know
badly.
a little bit about me, this is Jonathan. I'm pointing with my microphone hand still. He has a wife named Madison, They have 2 kids. This is Frank.
This is Frank. He has a wife named
He
Sarah.
has a
no
wife
kids.
named Sarah. No kids.
I love the idea that, like, in your brain you'd go, he doesn't want me to talk about myself. I'll just do the same thing,
Yeah.
but to other people.
Well,
If
I
we could turn the
figured-
camera to my neighbor's house, this is Daryl. He's
yeah.
57. His wife's dead.
He's a plumber.
He was gay, and so he also has no
I
kids.
heard a lot of yelling and 1 gunshot. I haven't seen his wife since. He is now single. And
And if there's
interested
anybody on
if-
the planet that I don't want to come across this podcast, it's him.
it's Daryl.
So what were you?
Well, that's part 1 of the BF sesh. No, that can't be what it's called. It's gonna be called something. I don't know. Probably just this podcast featuring Jonathan and Taylor. Anyway, thank you for listening.
Double drink mouth. Guys. None of this is connected yet.
Guys, this is shaping out to be a good podcast. We'll see you guys next week.
Wow. We'll be recording for
Shit.
the next week.
Oh my god.
Alright. I hope you're recording all of this.
No, we're not recording any of it. Unless that's still recording.